Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Behind the Rolls for our Veilwalker campaigns. This is our episode 25 recap. Like, congratulations on 25 episodes. Holy crap.
Thank you. You guys are the one that keep coming back too. So
Yeah, we took a couple of weeks off, and I think the schedule is going to be off next week as well. Um, so for those that are keeping track of it and watching us on Sundays as well, just keep in mind, holidays and other things are happening, so we'll be on and off and stuff. But the campaign is still going strong. We had a really good episode yesterday, so let's go ahead and talk about it.
all right, sounds good.
I did not change the episode 24 thing here. Let me change that. So Light, we were off for 2 weeks,
Mhm.
and but we were in the middle of some important stuff happening.
Yes.
And so we just kind of fell right back into it and took off. I was personally, I think, more quieter than I normally am I was yesterday, just because I've been dealing with bronchitis and all this stuff. But I'm on the mend. I am recovering. Um, but when I talk for a long time and stuff, I get fits of coughs. So
Mhm.
um it's going away, finally, but yeah, I I just kind of took a backseat approach yesterday and and listened for the most part. But yeah, something very important happened yesterday, which I guess we'll go from the beginning. You caught Minerva up a bit because she was away.
Mhm. Mhm.
Nikki wasn't feeling well, so you kind of did a little something for her with so that she can go through the same narrative that we went through
Mhm.
with the spirit and the music, and so she could pick up those same visions that we picked up, which
Mhm.
was really nice for
Hers is
you.
different.
Yeah, it was
Hers is
different.
different, so
Yeah.
but I mean it's up to her if she wants to say it, but who knows?
Yeah, so that was kind of nice. She finally met up with us in where we left off, which was the cave. After
Mhm.
all of the events of episode 24, where we had the fight at the top of the tower, um, we ended up heading over to the cave, which is what we were there for all along.
Mhm.
And yeah, do you wanna take over? Where do we go from there?
Okay, so as you guys enter this cave, and the cave is like multiple colors of basically like the rainbow, these crystals, these gems. And Celeste, who is carrying an egg, she still has her wings at that point. She's walking when everybody's following. There was, I think, some concerns, questions that have been asked. It's like, should we rest? But at the same time, just Leslie was drawn to this place. And so eventually people did go and follow. Um, and from that point, Leslie walked on the water. She set the egg on this kind of like I say island, kind of looked like a nest. And at the same time, she didn't know what to do, but she put her hand on top of the egg and it started cracking. As everybody watched on, eventually a baby dragon wormling was born.
Yeah. So we just kind of hung out and watched a bit of what was going on with the egg. And hi Nev. Um the I think you described it as a what was it? Gem dragon? Was it?
Yes, the gem dragon. So it's the amethyst gem dragon.
Hmm. So that was exciting. We also learned that it was like the first of its kind, um, or nothing like it has been heard of before. So that's intriguing to have something like that, but it also kind of adds to the concern of its of how rare it is, right? And people that might want to try to take it or capture it, you know. But in in another sense, I know that we kind of talked about it in RP, or Victor brought it up as well. Um, but I think in another sense, the fact that the dragon is hatched now, I think also kind of makes it a little bit easier for Celeste. I mean, in certain ways, the dragon can
Mhm.
now kind of um answer to her and can kind of pull a little bit of his own weight. um when if it has to run away, if it has to hide, if it has to do certain things, right? Like with an egg, it was like it was all her. She was responsible for whatever she had to do for defending it and for keeping it safe. Uh now now she'll be able to train it a bit, and now she'll be able to see, you know, what happens. It's still going to be dangerous, and it's still going to be um something that she's going to have to deal with, but I find it that it sounds a little bit easier now that the egg
Mhm.
is hatched.
Mhm.
What do you think?
I think so. I mean, I know there's concerns. Everybody has concerns because it's uh, how I described it. The body length is 2 feet, and then but with the tail is a total 4 foot. So yeah.
Yeah, so it's not a small creature.
Mm-mm.
Um or I mean, it's not a massive creature, but it's not something that you can easily conceal or just put it in your vest. um
Yeah.
it's something that you know, we'll have to keep an eye out for. I loved the idea that Victor brought up, which was to, conceal it or hide it in plain sight. I think that in certain situations, that's definitely something we're going to have to visit, because it not I feel like not everywhere that we go is it going to be completely safe for us to just be walking around with a creature, with this
Mhm.
dragon. Um and so I like that he brought up that idea. The one thing though is that I know that as you playing Celestia as an NPC or anything like that, you do like to take kind of like a backseat approach and let the party, talk and plan things out. But there were so many times that, like, me sitting there as Vorn, I was like, why don't like why don't we just ask her? Because it's
Mhm.
like everybody's like planning and coming up with ideas for the dragon, but I'm like, Celestia's right there. It's her dragon. Can we just can we just get her involved in this conversation? But um
It's
it's
funny. It's interesting, but yeah.
yeah, it's kind of funny how we're all like throwing around ideas and coming up with solutions. Um but but yeah, as per usual, it's going to be one of those things that we have to jump off that bridge when we get to it, because if we spend so much time worrying about it and right now, when right now is not an issue, I understand that pre-planning and being prepared is one thing, but
Mhm.
this is completely new to all of us. So like, how much pre-planning can we do? We have no idea.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, um, you guys are almost like at the point it was a standstill because how long did it take to get from, all the way up to where Celestine needed to do this, and then
Hmm.
after that it was like, I don't know what to do. What do we do? But
Yeah.
it's cool because in a way, you guys could take the reins, and yeah, there are certain moments or certain things that could happen or have happened or might happen. With me, it's when I see what to do with you guys. I want to see where you want to go, and that stuff triggers. Like I have like a little, triggering thing
Hmm.
that happens, and so yeah, so I had to see where everything goes with you guys.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how having a dragon on the team changes things up, and also like at what
Yeah.
moment this thing decides to either take part of fights or attack or defend itself. It's like we have no idea what this
Mhm.
thing is capable of, and I think it's going to
Mhm.
be kind of fun to learn what it's capable of and what its behavior will be like because we have no idea.
Mhm.
But so
And
far,
the one go ahead.
no, so I was just gonna say, but so far, what we got from the thing is that it does kind of respect Celeste quite a bit and sticks close to her. So far it's not mischievous, but it was just born.
Mhm. I mean, it was eating crystals, so
Hmm.
and it did help find a couple of diamonds for you guys, so
Yeah, Voron saw that and he's like, wait a minute, can he like, or can it do this like at all times? Because useful.
Mhm.
We got
I'm
so.
paying attention to the conversation, so yeah, I mean, dragon's smart.
Hmm. Yeah, that was cool that it was like listening and then it just picked up a couple things because we need gold at all times. So that was fun. Um,
Mhm.
but then from there we did the. You might have to correct me. Did the altercation thing that happened? Did it happen there or have we already exited the grounds?
Oh, what do you mean?
When we hear, the other people, I'm not sure if I'm getting too far ahead, but um, when with the little girl,
Oh, yeah,
was
yeah,
it in
yeah.
that same
So,
spot or did we move somewhere?
it was more, uh, going to town. So you guys were still in, um well, when you guys were, like, talking, deciding, all that stuff, well, before we jump, there's a couple things that happen in the water that I'm surprised that nobody has talked to each other about. Um, but when you finally guys left the area, um, that's when Victor and Magpie saw, like, something in the corner of their eye, like, really fast.
Yeah, which uh, which ended up being what's her name, Christina.
Mhm.
Uh, that is Lilith's daughter,
Yep.
and
Who is a Dempier.
who's it up here? Yeah, so she was kind of sneaking around and and messing with us a bit as a child would.
Mhm.
Um, but that was just the beginning of those chain of events. Um, after after talking with them for a bit, what was the name of the other person?
Dante.
Dante. That
Yeah,
was
so she kept on saying Dante's.
Dante's. Yeah. So they were together, and then shit starts to get real.
Mhm.
Tell us a little bit about what took place this late.
So what took place is that, um, Christina felt like, like a pain in their stomach, and she told, um, Dante's to leave. to basically just leave. And he wouldn't. He didn't want to. And then kept on, telling them, you need to go, you need to go. And then um what happened is she seemed that she pulled out uh looks like wand or something, and he disappeared. So that triggered everybody to I guess to well, she was on high alert. And then during that time, um Victor felt a pain. And all of a sudden everybody was swarmed with these dark figures.
Yeah, boy. um, I thought we had a fight on our hands. We almost did. Almost did. I'm not sure how it was gonna go, but the we were not about to let what's her face? What is her name?
Carmilla, which Carmilla
Carmilla.
did show up, and she is a demigod.
Yes. But she I was gonna say threatening to take the child. She was more demanding to take the child,
Mhm.
and all of us were like, Nah, nah." We were ready to fight, and it was probably gonna get very ugly, but we're like, nah. And I mean, she just it was it there wasn't really much we could do. We were being strong, or headstrong, I should say, but she ended up taking her anyway.
Mhm.
And there's just yeah. Um so we are assuming, right, because we don't actually fully know at this point that they were all taken together. Everyone vanished, so we were only left to assume that everyone was taken
Well,
together.
only 3 people. It
Right.
was Victor and Minerva and Christina.
Yeah, so they all kind of got gone. Um
Mhm.
so like for us, we're assuming that they got taken together. At this point we actually didn't know that they were together. Like they could have been separated. They could have something else could have happened. Um but it was crazy. It was crazy. Um well, Persia said that they were all safe. Yeah, that was
Towards the end.
yeah, that
Yeah,
was a bit
towards the
later.
end.
Um but yeah, so how do you think that the whole thing went down, or how could it have been better for the party? Because it could have been worse.
It I would say this, I as a DM, I try to give you guys options, but also warnings.
Hmm.
And hearing a couple of you guys ready for a fight, it would have been your deaths.
Oh yeah.
Um, I think Victor kind of also warned a little bit because he would know more of the story. Other you guys, well, I think a little bit of Spelsey's character. Um, I believe, I believe I gave her that information. Um, so she could have, and it could be because she didn't remember, but Strigoi are 10 times stronger than vampires.
Yeah.
Um, and this is over the table, and hopefully they will tell you. Um, they have vampires have been warned. If you see one, run. If you see 5, death.
Mm.
It's just one of those characters. Um, yeah. So that's I was hoping that certain triggers would have remembered or would have said. I mean, it's all good, Spelsy. But yeah, you can always look back on your notes.
Yeah, but like when you also think about like our characters, it's like it doesn't matter what we know. Like
Mhm.
our characters, for the most part, would not just give up a child. So, like especially for like for Vorin, like he would die. Uh, He, I don't think that he would think about it. I'm not going to give up a child out of fear that I'm going to die. You know,
But but with vampires and the demigod,
but like, what's the alternative? To just hand her over? Like that's fucked up. You know, um,
I mean, it is, but at the same time, you got to also think about your guys' life.
yeah. I just like I don't know. The way that I see it is, yeah, sure, you have to value your life, but also is like how much am I willing to sacrifice a child for my life? Like that's something that I like. For example, if it was a, I mean, this isn't just a regular child, right? But
Mhm.
I guess that's also something to take into consideration. But if it was like any other child and that happened, that would fucking destroy Vorin mentally. That he just handed off a child to save himself. Or give her up and have I know, right? This the situation. But I'm pretty sure that like the mother is fully aware of what our efforts would have been. So it's not like we actually made the choice of selfishly. That's what I'm trying to say. Because there's people that would, right? They're like, fuck, take the fucking child. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. You definitely gotta definitely think about it and how you want to come across certain things. Um, and the one thing is, it's only going to get harder.
Hmm.
Um, with your decisions and what you want to do, what you all want to do, and how to do it. But also with that decision, uh, you know, Carmela made it for that purpose and took 2 companions and the little girl.
Yeah, like she wasn't interested in a fight.
Mm-mm.
Um, because it would have been completely different if she was. uh, but anyway, so yeah, at that point she took Victor, Minerva, and the child, and well, I guess Dante as well, right?
No,
Dante was not taken.
he didn't. No, Christina removed him from the scenario.
Oh, okay. I thought that was after.
No, yeah, no, she told Dante to leave.
Oh, when she felt the pain, yeah. Hmm.
Mhm. And he kept saying no. And basically she pulled a little trick up her sleeve and made him leave. And then she warned you all to run.
Yeah, she Expelliarmused
Um,
him.
yeah, so she for a little girl to save a vampire, that's who she is. All over the table.
Hmm. Yeah, she's adorable. That's why, yeah, that's why I'm pretty sure we would all die for Christina. We will die for Christina. Um, but yeah, so then after that, well, uh, wish that Sin was here just to chime in a bit, but um,
Mhm.
Sin and Minerva and the little girl had some discussions. Do you want to kind of chime in on
Mhm.
that a bit?
Yes. So they end up in like a very fancy, living room type place. And then uh, Carmilla basically told them that they have 8 hours to decide to join her or perish. And during that time, Christina is like crying for her mom. And as Carmilla left, basically Christina said stupid. And she's just stopped crying. It didn't even look like she was crying anymore.
Crocodile
And
tears.
she was prepared. As she uh told Minerva and uh Sin or Victor that she has a mission and she is going to go rescue some Dampiers, vampires, and humans in this realm. And at that time, they met Persia, which is a very large cat.
Very large cat.
Yes. Which it's interesting because there's more to that cat, of course. But the cat basically said where her belongings were, or their belongings were, in the next room. And that's when they kind of went in there, and she and Persia did warn them in a way. Well, actually, was talking to Christina more that the carpets that she likes, and she asks, is the ones that fly, and she basically said, no, these are the ones that will smother you. So, um, she's like, I don't like that, but I think she wants one. Um, but eventually they get their things, and at the same time, Christina found a gun. So she has a gun. This lovely little 6-year-old has a
Yeah,
gun.
I'm super jealous. I mean, I don't know this as
You
Vorn,
don't know that? Yeah.
but I'm like, I- I'm gonna steal that gun from that little girl. No, but yeah, that's I don't know what that little girl's gonna do with a gun. Somebody take that gun from that little girl. What the hell?
She's always wanted one, and now she has one.
My gosh, she is a child. So
I would say over the table, um, there's a reason behind this story that leads up to, even though it was a past campaign with Neffy and Svelzy, I think they kind of have a little hint on the reason behind the gun for Christina.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, I think when Vorn finds out, he's just gonna be trying to like trade. So we'll see. But um, what happened after that? Speaking of the cat, I'm like, I think we're gonna have to make the dragon look like this cat. Like it's like that's gonna have to spark the idea. I was like, this is a big ass cat. What if we make the dragon look just like that cat? You know?
Well, if you think about it, the cat idea, which I did put a picture in, it's basically uh roughly based on a mancoon
Mm-hmm.
cats, and those things are huge.
Yeah, very large.
So, mhm.
Yeah, so we'll see. Um, so after they found the gun, what happened?
After they found the gun, it was the next scene with you guys as you guys are preparing yourselves to actually leave to go back to the Duchess's place.
Mm-hmm.
A door appeared, like a door, like portal, and the party was surrounded by knights. And then Dante appeared saying that, um, need to come with me, and all of you did. And there you see a massive castle. The forest is dark. The sun's in the sky, but it's dark like a black hole sun. And within the castle, you all met Lilith. And during that time, Lilith has called to arms, called all. There's gonna be a fight, a huge war.
Yeah, called all the bannermen and the families and all the things. They even asked if we would take part of the fight, and we were like, yeah, no shit. Like, of
Yeah.
course we will.
Yeah. So, and towards the end, everybody got to see the vampires and lichens and different deities to come into play. And one of the bannerments is the Knots family.
The
So,
knots.
yes. So, yeah, that's going to be quite interesting on that front.
You're about to say, if Voron was going to be like, we shouldn't go into random portals. I mean, at that point, I was like, there's some fucky shit happening. And if it wasn't for the, ¿cómo se llama? The guy that came to get us, I probably would have questioned it. But other than that, after we went back and kind of rallied, it's like, yeah, here we go. This is gonna be the fight. Man, like Warren's thinking about it, like as far as like, okay, we have to get the child, we have to get our companions, and we're part of this fight whether you asked us to be or not, you know. So might as well.
Yep.
And I guess that was pretty much it, right?
That was pretty much it. Yeah. The ending is basically the prepare of going into Carmela's realm, her demiplane, her place with a bunch of Strigoi.
Yeah, I wonder what the hell that's gonna be about. I have no idea, like over the table or in game or in character. Vorn's like, uh, this can be our deaths. As far as he knows, he's going into his death. Over the table, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on or what's gonna happen. So we made the comments that that we need to have backup characters just in case. I've had a backup character since the beginning of the campaign because Light's been trying to kill me unsuccessfully this whole time. But we'll see. We will see what happens. I'm excited. I'm excited for the possibility of dying. I know that sounds wrong. It sounds messed up. But I like some good risks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like for storytelling, it's just there's so much weight to it, and I like that. You think one of us is gonna bite the dust?
We'll see. We'll see.
We should take bets. We should we should see. Like if anybody's gonna die, who is it gonna be? The wizard? I'm gonna make
We'll
a poll.
see.
Who is most likely to die? But anyway, yeah, that was pretty much the entirety of the episode. It ends up with everybody being rallied for battle, and we are that's where we're going. So, um, like we mentioned before, next week we're gonna be off from Easter and just some people being unavailable, and then we'll pick up with episode 26. Anything else that we may have missed or need to go over?
That is it.
Well, that's going to be it for us for today then. This was Behind the Rolls with episode 25. I can't believe we've been doing this for 25 weeks. Like
I know.
that's crazy to me. Like I said before, the longest campaign I've ever been part of, and it still feels like it's in early stages. And I can't wait for more stuff. So thank you, Light, for wonderful storytelling, and for the players that are in chat. And we will see you all next time. I was going to say next week, but
For
next
sure.
time. Bye.
Bye.